Hello everybody and welcome here to your MSI Sunday Madness of Pandan Black Ops is where we're at, and it's the grand final now.
Yeah, that's right. We had last week's final. We had Wonder and Stace missing out. I can't remember who came second, but I know that Stace missed out. This week, we've got our final 8 competitors. We've had some pretty good players. We've got, actually, they're mostly Div 1 players. We've got, from Sequential, who have we got?
Well, Sequential, MJS is actually in the server, as well as Prawny actually made it through. Must have made it through either Group B or Group D, because you didn't get to watch him play.
I think it was in Group B, yeah.
Yeah. We also have a couple of the Frey guys made it through, so Edge, as well as Rez have actually made it through as well. The massive Exile 5 tag of Samson, with Western Digital at the end of it, of course, has made it through. Nick, who we all know from...
a couple of different teams. He was Climax, he was Team Immunity, he's Arcade. It doesn't really matter what team Nick plays for, it's more about Nick. Yeah,
True.
Nick's a fantastic player. And Tal, of course, SQL as well. And then you and me and Spec. So we'll just let these guys know. We're waiting on one more person to join, is that right? Yep, one more person needs to join in. I'll read out the list of the full names of people who ran in. You can tell me who's missing. I'm gonna guess it's Travis Bickle by the look of it. Samson, Rez, Edge, Travis Bickle, Nick, Tal, and MJS. And it looks like it's Travis Bickle hasn't joined up yet. So Travis Bickle, join up to the server. You should have the details sent out to you. The last player in, and we'll get ready to go. Remember, in the rounds we play, we actually have the close to 50 frags. But now we're in the final, the weekly final, it's 20 minutes. It's actually 20 minutes. So 20 minutes is all that's required for these guys to win. 20 minutes of fragging, all over the map, all over the place in fact. So it's pretty much up to them to bring out the guns. We'll do a restart, as you can hear me typing, to let them know. And that will be live, because we already are on firing range.
Yeah, just apologies for me just disappearing there for a second, as I just had to work out a couple of sound issues.
Okie doke.
Yeah, sorry about that. But we are back here again, so looks like we are... Well, who's the one player who's actually missing from this lineup?
It's Travis Bickle, I already called that
Travis
one
Bickle?
out.
Alright, cool.
And yeah, we're just waiting for them to... oh god, time limit reset. We're going to have to map vote again when it changes maps.
That's
and then come through. I didn't realise the server had been set for 20 minutes.
Nice. Gotta take the time limit off that one, huh?
Yeah, that's Talnoy. He reset it early to make sure the server was working, which is the right thing to do. We've got to thank Talnoy for running these comps and helping. We've got a couple of people out there. We've got Sensuki and Firewizard popping in and out and helping people as well. And yeah, we're going to just vote map straight away, Toby, if you can do that, please.
I can do that for you.
Straight back to firing range, 20-minute limit. And, well, it's got to be pretty intense from here on out. It's really up to...
Someone already voted next map. Well done.
Alrighty. So, there we go. Beautiful.
That's right. So, I'm here. I'm here for the boss.
Yeah, that's right. So, I'll have to join a team to do anything useful with that. And, oh, awesome. It just drops me. Fantastic.
Come on, it's a quality game engine, Pandan. There's no way you can deny it.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, we don't blame the game so much. We blame little things that people decide to do, and yeah, making people have to sign into this and sign into that and sign into that and sign into that, and then eventually you can play the game. It's a little bit silly. But it looks like we got full 8 people in without me joining.
Yeah,
so.
Bickle's actually joined, so we've actually got our whole lot of people actually in ready to roll. So Pandan will join the team. Okay. Let them know it's live on restart. And in fact, they've already called it for the map live on restart, so there you go. We will have the restart off, and we are going to start up in 10 seconds time. That's the countdown for it, which is your grand final of the MSI Sunday Madness.
That's right, they all know it's coming, and we got 2 sequential players in, so we'll see, actually 3 I guess if you include Tal. Do we include Tal? I think
we'll include Tal.
So they're trying to get revenge for Stace. First frag goes down, and it's Nick get taken out by Prawny, which we actually see quite a lot of this little Nick and Prawny battle in the Division 1.
Yeah, in fact, the position where Prawny's in right now, I want to call it the Wonder position, because Wonder spent almost the majority of his time on this map in the grand final in this exact position. So
I would say from the word of Stace that their teammates would damn well know about what Wonder was doing. They've gone through the video, they've watched their demos several times, and they know everything that Wonder did. to get himself that victory.
Yeah, it really wasn't that much. It's this mid position, you can hold everything. You can see all the angles coming up. You'll even have mostly noise coming up. But a lot of the time, people get distracted by the crossfire. So that's one of the big things that they want to make the most of. As it appears like some sort of boom goes up in the back here.
Yeah, someone's going to get get in trouble for playing those speakers a bit too loud, but it doesn't really matter. Noise pollution, oh well, we're a bit of noise pollution sometimes. 6-0 for Prawny. Prawny actually just died the first time just then. So he's going pretty good at the moment. He's playing a little bit ninja. He's playing pretty stealthy. You can see him actually walking around the map at times. And he's playing with the AK and getting lots of long-range kills. And I think on this map, Toby, switching between like AK 47 and the 74U or whatever, I think they're actually the two best weapons for this kind of map.
Oh, definitely. No matter what version of COD you go to, everyone always prefers like either the AK or the 74U. 74U is still very, very powerful, even at range on this one. Not massive range, obviously. You're going to bring them in.
That's when the AK-47 comes in, yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment, like, you can go any weapon. This is open map in some areas, closed map in some areas, so 74U just depends where you want to play it.
Yeah, that's right. So early on in this game, Prawny from Sequential and Nick from IM are the two players on top. They are two of the better players in the country at the moment. Well, not in just this country. 8 apiece, and then we got 2 players on 7, 1 on 6, pretty much everybody else on 5. So it's Nick finally extensively gets himself 1 frag up. Straight away, Prawny evens it up. Prawny's only died 3 times though. So at the end of this map, if Prawny and Nick tie, Prawny's going to win. He has the least deaths on the whole server actually. So playing that little stealthy game that he's playing, he's obviously seen what happened to Stace, of course, and he's learning from it.
It's really harsh on Stace. We keep on referring back to it. Just like, you know what?
It's heartbreaking to watch that man.
You don't want to make the Stace mistake. The Stace mistake. Rage in camp. Well, actually, he didn't actually camp. That was what's making him rage. We are seeing a couple of kills still coming out, so now Nick actually hits the lead for the first time. Like double the deaths of Prawny, so Nick, we did see him running around with the 74U before, just wants to be that little bit more aggressive. He's also getting a lot of kills out while he's doing so.
Yeah, so 12 for Nick, 11 for Prawny, 10 for Samson, 10 for Travis Bickle. Everybody else basically on 9, and 1 player on the bottom on 6. It's Tal. Tal on 6 for 10.
Tal is, well, not going to be enjoying that position right now, but luckily MJS is actually joining him at 8 for 10 now.
Isn't Tal meant to be the king of free-for-all? Come on, what's he doing down there? Nick on top now, 13.
Well, there's always the Frey boys are the kings of free-for-all, because they always practice themselves with deathmatch or, what was it,
They are the most frequented pub players out there.
Yeah.
They do play a lot of casual games. And they have like 4,000 casual members that they play in. So one would hope so. Oh, Prawny, I'm watching on my screen. He's just getting narrow little gaps. He's really avoiding dying at all. He's on 7 deaths. The next best is 9. Everybody else is on 12 to 20. So, you know, if it does come to a tie, Prawny is actually put himself in a pretty good position here to win. Yeah,
this mid-building, though, it's good if you're getting a couple of kills, but the second people just get a little bit pissed off that you're in there, you can spam straight through those walls. It's really hard to actually avoid it, especially with 2 entrances coming in, as Rez just jumps in through one of those through the back way. And,
yeah, well, that's what people say. They don't like when people are camping, but really, you should be able to take down someone that's camping. Actually, Prawny's mostly catching people who aren't looking at him, which is a bit funny. But, I mean, if you know someone's in a building, you can go in there and crush him. But Rez jumps in 2 times in a row and loses, and Prawny moves right at the right time and moves away from it. But if somebody's camping, it's really up to you to stop him or just disallow it. See, there we go. Edge is concerned that Tal was in that, Prawny was in that building, but he wasn't that time. And Prawny shoots him in the back. So it's a pretty tactical play from Prawny, actually. I wouldn't really call it camping so much as just being pretty devious about where he's moving. I'm watching him right now, moving all across the map. He's not particularly camping. It's just purposely getting into, you know, little niche and unusual places.
Yeah, it's working for him too. So 18 to 7. I'm now 18 to 8 after just dying that one time. Respawns instantly and doesn't actually get the revenge frag. Revenge frag actually came out from, who was it? It was actually Samson who ran through in the end.
Yeah, that's right. So the winner of this one gets themselves 100 in this exact map at the end of 20 minutes. That's right, this isn't 50 frags, this is 20 minutes. Whoever wins this gets $100 guaranteed. Whoever comes second, Toby, $50 guaranteed.
And whoever gets third gets the Stace Award.
Gets the Stace Award, yeah. We give him a high five. Well, not even a real high five, an E-high five.
It's a withdrawal high five.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get it, then it just goes out the last second.
Yeah, we just pull it away, the Artosis high five, as they say. But it's really, really intense here. Every person in this final, every single one of them will make their way to the monthly final and get their chance to win that fantastic MSI graphics card, the N560 GTX Ti Hawk with that beautiful Twin Frozer 3 heatsink on there. In fact, I mean, we see, oh, that was a big explosion. We see a lot of graphics cards out there, and the Twin Frozer cooler actually looks pretty sick. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty schmick, man.
I think style-wise, yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Power-wise, 10 out of 10.
Why do you take the 0.5 off for style?
0.5, just because it's not black and gold. It's just like my colours of all time. But that's the only reason why.
Oh, okay.
Make a black and gold card, I'd love it forever.
Yeah, no, I prefer the MSI black and red.
Yeah, but black and red is pretty cool, dude. Can't really debate it.
Yeah. But anyway, here we are with Prawny still running around. Prawny's still on. Actually, he's not on top anymore. Rez just sneakily getting himself to 24. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on 23 frags, and there we go. Just Rez and Nick getting to 24. This is actually pretty tight with 13:37 left on the clock.
Yeah, Red's actually managed to find himself up in the crow's nest for a short amount of time, and actually got himself a couple of kills before people finally realised that he's killing everyone from up there.
Yeah.
So moved him out. Nick is in our Wonder spot once again. Not named because there's a wonderful spot, it's just named because of the camper Wonder.
Yeah, that's right, Vin Wonder. But now Edge is on top, 28. He's actually up by 3. Edge suddenly, out of nowhere, was sitting in about 7th spot. Now he's in 1st, and guess where Prawny is? He's down in 5th spot.
Wow, nice quick changeovers. Of course, there is no score limit on this map, I don't think.
20 minutes. We've got 13 to go. It just ticks over to 12:59, and it's really tight early on here. There's only, in fact, even the players at the bottom are still kind of in it. They are out by about 10 frags, but I mean, a kill streak, you know, shooting people in the back, catching them off guard, you can get 10 frags pretty quickly.
Yeah, that you can. I'm loving this lure. Edge is pretty sure he heard someone up top there. Doesn't want to reload. Still can't get the last hit. Sorry, as I said, he does actually get the last hit, and Prawny up on the high ground.
So Edge, the first one to 30 frags, and with only 12.5 minutes left on the clock. Nick getting 30 straight away. There's about 4 people on 27.
Yeah, less deaths though for Nick, so he was actually on top until Edge just got that extra little bit of a kill.
Yeah, and Prawny still does have the server-wide lowest amount of deaths, so if he ties with anyone, he's going to beat them. He's on 19. Everybody else is about 26 to 30. So Prawny does have a huge advantage with the little amount of deaths that he managed to rack up at the start of the game. And right now, Edge on 32, and Prawny's on 26, so he's already started to get his 6 frag lead, but we'll see how long that lasts for.
Obviously, it won't last long when these guys on the rampage, because firing range, it is very well. There's a lot of open areas, but still, with 8 people going around just trying to kill the absolute crap out of everybody else, there are not many places you can hide before you'll get discovered.
Yeah, basically every player in the server plays in an invite league in Cybergamer as well. We don't really have any casuals, so we've got some pretty top-end players in this one. So it's going to be pretty tight all the way through. We've got half of them are actually in the number 1, 2, or 3 best team out there at the moment. Like, they're pretty good. So it's going to be pretty tight all the way through. 34 frags for Edge at the moment, and then we look about halfway down the scoreboard. In fact, there's only 10 frags between first and last. So it's pretty tight. 34 down to 24.
Wow! Nick, 3 on the backside, and that was pretty freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, so Nick, he's got himself straight up to 34 as well. He's jumped from about middle of the board to the top.
Make it 4. Make it... Oh, can he get...
Oh,
there's
the pistol. There's the pistol. So Nick on 36, next best on 34.
Noting someone's through the wall. A bit of a streak coming out for him as well.
Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts for him. He does have 30 deaths, though. He is... Actually, at this point in time, he is one of the lower deaths, but Prawny's still well down. He's still only got, like, 23 deaths. Everybody else is about 33.
Yeah, we're actually on board with Prawny. He's back in Wonder spot, catching... Well, actually...
Oh, Prawny doing a lot of damage, taking out Nick there, and doing a little bit of damage on someone else, but not able to get that frag. Jumps over the corner and gets nailed. 74U versus pistol. I wonder what's going to come out the top. Oh, geez, if he got a few good shots off, it would have been nice. But MJS now, let's see what he's up to. You see everybody here, they're not quite running around so rapidly. They are being very precise. They're a lot more decided than last week in the MSI Sunday Mayhem. Yeah. Now we've got players that are playing a lot more of a tactical game and trying not to get caught out here. They're really thinking about it. They're walking around. There we go, see MJS catch Rez off guard, and he gets caught off guard by Tal as well. Everybody's just trying to be a little bit sneaky and not put themselves in dangerous position, which is pretty smart as MJS gets a nice long range. As, by the way, I don't know if you've been watching it in the bottom left, but Nick's been getting a frag every time we see someone else get a frag, and now he's on 41. Just out of nowhere. He's just constantly getting a frag every 2 or 3 times there's a death. Nick's caused it.
Yeah, Nick is, as well, we were talking about him in the earlier group stages. He's just one of those really fantastic players, which you've got to put up there in the top rankings as, Rez doing us a little bit of a jump up. As actually, I say nice jump up. Tal is just like waiting for him to actually do so. But yeah, Nick is definitely one of the top players in this server. There's a lot of top players in this server, but a lot of people would still favour Nick.
Yeah, Nick is, rather than just being a top player in the server, Nick is definitely one of the top players in the country. He plays fantastically in the top divisions. He usually is one of the bigger fraggers. So 43 at the moment, over 41. He's got a 2 frag lead. Nick's still on top. Prawny's actually dropped most of the way down to the bottom. He's actually 10 frags behind Nick. So after having a brilliant start, it's really Nick, Edge, and Tal at the top. Everybody else is about 4 or 5 behind. Nick
just said wow to that one. Just a little bit of a left lean, and Nick just got outshot by Team 7's T. Bickle.
Yeah, Travis Bickle.
And so obviously Nick will have a reason to watch this one later.
Yeah, that'll be good to watch. We see Tal getting a nice few long range shots. Prawny's starting to get a few back-to-back. He's working his way back up the scoreboard. He's back into 5th now. But Nick's still leading, 43. Edge, 42. And then 2 players on 41. And Prawny, sorry, is about 3 or 4 frags behind them.
I can't believe how low Samson is actually down the list right now. Samson actually had a pretty good round.
Yeah, he dominated earlier. He was actually really good.
Yeah, but now he's just got absolutely nothing. In fact, even now, Bickle just jumped straight into that very, very small gap to actually shoot Samson in the face as he was reloading. Was not ready for that at all.
Yeah, so let's watch a bit of Tal. He's actually taken over Nick here, and Tal's a pretty good free-for-all player as well. He actually has a bit of rep. So let's watch a bit of Tal and see what sort of tactic he employs as he makes his way around the map. We still got 8 minutes left on the clock. Gets a, that was a pretty even frag. Walks around the corner while reloading. I don't rate that very much in any game. But you do have to keep on the move here, because people, once they hear you shooting, you show up on their radar and they will shoot you in the back.
Yeah, I just love the fact we started watching Tal. It's like, we're going to watch Tal soon. Oh, crap, probably shouldn't have done that. And now he's exploded to the entire world.
Straight away. So Nick and Edge are on top. Tal's about 3 frags behind. But as we can see, he hasn't seen anybody. He's had a bit of bad luck. He hasn't seen anybody for quite a while. So you're watching Rez at the moment. Rez is hanging middle to bottom of the scoreboard. He is about 6 frags from the lead.
He's just doing nothing but wall banging to try and get himself up a little bit higher. Looks like Nick has actually managed to claim the wonder spot.
And yeah, Nick's managed to get himself back on top of the scoreboard again, 49. And behind him is Edge and Tal, battling it off pretty tightly between 48 and 47 frags. Prawny's back into the fray once again, 45 frags. But Nick's still leading pretty comfortably. He's 50, Edge is 49.
I love how Nick just knows there's somebody over there, and even just the guys running themselves through, he wants to get that easy shot. And exactly what Nick is doing right now is why Wonder actually won it. It's a good defensible position. You gotta make sure you're in the right position. You change yourself up between the front and the back side, just so you actually know. Even catching Prawny! And knives! Samson going down. The car in there finally blows up. How many minutes are we into this match? It only just blows up. They leave 6 minutes and 25 seconds left on it, and Nick just streaking those together. Edge, though, is almost keeping up. He's only a couple of kills behind.
Yeah, Edge is staying pretty close, but Nick's now extended that lead to 7. After that little kill streak where it was 3 or 4, he's still getting kills right now. You can see it on screen. Every time there's somebody shows up on the screen, Nick kills them. I don't even know how this is happening. But the AK-47, as we said earlier, was one of the better choices on this map. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the 7.4U anymore. I'm thinking AK-47, pretty awesome.
It's working for him, or maybe it's just only in the hands of Nick that it's this powerful. That does actually send him, what was that, 7 kills and 8 kills in front. Currently out for Nick, so...
yeah, 62 versus 53. He's about to make it 10.
Yeah, Edge is trying to get himself up a little bit further. He's actually doing so now.
Edge got a nice double, yeah. I was just watching him then.
Nick being one of them as well.
Yeah, that'll slow him down. So Nick is on 64, Edge is on 55. Nick's still leading. It's up to Edge here to try and get a few frags. Oh, see, this is the bad part about what's happening for Edge here. He hasn't really seen anybody. He's got himself 1 frag. Finally, sees 2 people. Pulls out the Magnum. Big shot there by Edge. But yeah, pretty much he's had a bit of a dry spell there and eventually dies. So that's going to give Nick a chance to make a lead. But it looks like Nick's had a dry spell as well. Only 64 frags for him. He hasn't got a frag in about a minute or 2.
Yeah, this is not really working out for Nick. There's a little bit of opportunity for Edge to try and catch up. He was in a good position until Samson actually put him down before. Actually, we're just going to jump on board with Tal. I don't know how far up Tal's actually on the list.
Yeah, Tal's in 3rd. Tal's in 3rd. He's about 10 behind Nick, and he's pretty much at the point where he's battling for 2nd place. It's Edge and Tal. I mean, we only got about 5 minutes left, so they can overtake Nick at this point. But Edge and Tal, with Prawny a little bit behind, look like they're battling out for that 2nd place, which is $50 cold hard cash. It looks at this point... I mean, there is still 4.5 minutes to go, but it looks like Nick has all but guaranteed himself $100.
Yeah, that he has. So let's see if Edge and Tal can actually fight it off. There is a bit of a dark horse as well. Prawny is sitting on 53 kills, so a little bit further behind. But Edge is at the moment 2 ahead of Tal, who we're still on board with. See how far he actually gets in these later stages of the game.
All it's going to take is like 1 or 2 people walking in front of each other. And see, that's reloading around corners, man. Worst thing ever.
That's missed time for Prawny. He was still having a battle up there on the top and then just ran out of ammo. And, well, Tal just got a little bit lucky as he ran up the stairs.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. So Nick's lead's actually been crushed down to about 7. So he's still 10 ahead of Tal, but Edge is only 7 frags behind.
Yeah, so actually Tal having a bit of a fight there, back down from the despawn, I think it actually is, or is the actually the attacker spawn?
Yeah, let's have a look at Edge. We haven't watched Edge for a little bit, and he seems to be actually battling Nick pretty hard for this first place. He's actually pretty close to him, as he gets shut down there by Nick, of course. But oh, yeah, smashed again.
Twice.
So that's just really good for Nick there in that position. If the people he's killing are the people that are actually closest to him on the scoreboard, he's just giving them less and less time to get frags. But Edge is still within 6 of Nick. Each time, though Nick is pretty much matching the frags at this point. But oh, is he able to get that one through the wall? No! Oh my god. He must have got that guy so low. You saw the tags going off the whole way through. And he's... Oh, I thought he wasn't going to get that one. But 65 versus 72, he's still within 7. With only 3 on the clock, it's... Oh, man, this is...
It's Nick's game right now, though. It's just Edge and Prawny. Edge and Prawny. 5 the difference.
Yeah, but see, this is going to be that situation. If Prawny manages to get himself tied with Edge on the frags, Prawny's going to be on top because he didn't die for like the first 3 minutes of the map. So with 2:41 left on the clock, Prawny is only 5 frags behind Edge. If Prawny can tie with him, he'll stace Edge out of it. So we'll see.
That couldn't happen twice in a row. That would just be nuts if that managed to actually happen.
Well, I mean, there's only 5 frags in it. It's up to Prawny. We know Prawny can get a kill streak going on. He had a huge kill streak at the start. He takes down Nick, shoots him in the back. He's still 5 frags behind Edge. And Nick he's well extended his lead. He's getting close to 10 frags ahead and 20 frags. He's getting close to 79 versus 66. He's absolutely smashing it. 4 frags now for Tal.
Prawny's just got to get himself in the mix at the moment. He was off on the very, very far side trying to pick off with the AK from range, but in that position you had a very, very short amount of time to actually shoot at people, and now he managed to get 1 on 2 again. So
yeah, he's 5 behind with less than 2 minutes on the clock, 150 in fact. So 6 frags behind. Sorry, 5 frags behind as Tal actually took over the board. Tal's in front of Prawny now. And Tal has slightly more frags, so he's going to have to get a 1 frag lead on Edge to steal that second spot. Prawny's going to battle him for it as well. With only 1.5 minutes left on the clock, this is going to be pretty tight. Nick, I pretty much think, if he doesn't kill anybody from here, he'll probably still get himself that first place. He does have a 12 frag lead that is absolutely dominant, but there is a... oh god, it's only 8 frags difference between 3rd and 2nd place, and in fact 3rd and 4th place is tied. So Prawny and Tal have the opportunity to steal it from Edge, who's been locking down that 2nd position for quite a while, Toby. But geez, it's going to be hard. Tal and Prawny battling for 3rd, but 3rd means nothing. Everybody in this server gets themselves an invite to that grand final for the end of the month, but it's really up to this 2nd place. Nick has definitely locked down that 1st place, man. 14 frag lead.
Yeah, Nick is so far in front right now. Tal was trying a little bit of a straight up, sticking back near the car, trying to pick him off as people were just running across after the respawn. But yeah, things are not looking good for him.
Yeah, 7 frag lead, Edge over Prawny, 44 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, now Prawny just getting gunned down once again. Prawny, he's only got a couple to actually get 6 kills to get in that short amount of time. Well, everything
30
is possible.
seconds, 30 seconds for 6 kills. Let's watch Prawny. Prawny or Tal could do it, but it's going to be hard if he's dying constantly. 6 frags left for Prawny to try and take over Tal. That make that 5. He's got one quickly there. He hasn't seen anybody for a while. Will he get this one? Yes, he does. 71 versus 75. 4 frags for Prawny to take this one out. Will he get that one? Yes, he does. Brings it down to 3 frags. 75 versus 72, Toby. And a little lull here as he can't find anyone.
Yeah, and Edge just managed to get 1 kill as well. Makes it 4 the difference.
8 seconds, 6.
Trying to push it through the corner.
5,
Can't get the kill. Tal is the one to actually
3,
kill Prawny.
2, 1, and that is it. 90 versus 78 and 72. So Nick and Edge, after getting it about 3/4 of the way through the competition, they locked down that 1st and 2nd place. That's $100 to Nick and 50 to Edge. Fantastic play. Prawny and Tal, so very close at the end there. Within 3 frags for both of them. Within 3 frags, but they're just not able to stace him out of it. So Nick and Edge, they managed to get themselves 1st and 2nd place. Remember, guys, Even if you didn't make that final, you weren't able to sign up, you just didn't get there in time, you can still win a content prize. Go to the MSI Australia Facebook page. It has been posted in chat. It is definitely on the Cybergamer website there in the MSI Sunday Mayhem Games forum. I'll post it in CT chat in a second for you. This is what won last week. It only got about 9 or 10 votes. You can just match that. You just have to do something that gets more votes than what anybody else puts out there. Posted it in chat just now. You'll be able to see it in a second. But you just have to post something up on the Facebook page. It could be a video, it could be music, it could be a picture. Whoever gets the most likes or the most votes there on the MSI Australia Facebook page will get themselves $50. You don't even have to play a game. You just open up Photoshop. You know, maybe you want to open up Sony Vegas. Maybe you could even frap something and just put your own little audio commentary to it. Put a little special effect or something. It's content. It's $50. It's yours. But Toby, our winners today, Nick and Edge.
It's beautiful. $100 to Nick, $50 to Edge, and of course the better thing is they also have that invite into the monthly final.
Yeah, everybody in this week's weekly final and everybody in last week's final will meet again next week, next Sunday, and they have a chance to win themselves that fantastic graphics card. And once again, Toby, what does that beautiful graphics card look like? You jizz every single time I put this up. I love this graphics card. Look at the heatsink on that. That's a Twin Frozer 3. You may have seen in the past 8 to 12 months, you might have seen the Twin Frozer 2 cooler, which looks pretty similar. It's not quite as big. It doesn't have quite as good cooling. This one is a little bit better. They just tweaked up something that was already the best. And it's well on top. That N560HTX-Ti Hawk Graphics card is the best 560 card out there. I haven't seen a review that shows pretty much anything else on top of it. It's fantastic and it's free. It's free, guys. You just have to be the best. That's all you have to do. You just got to be the best, and you get a graphics card for free. You get at least, you know, if you win in a weekly final, you can get yourself $100 cash. It's pretty easy to win these competitions, Toby.
Yeah, best say making them the best. Can the best get better? Can Nick actually be better?
Well, he didn't actually play anybody last week, so we don't know if Nick is the best. He was the best this week. He did win by about 15 frags or something.
It was a pretty good margin.
Yeah, it was pretty huge, but will he beat the guys who won last week? Will Wonder's camping strategy counter Nick's camping strategy? We might even have different maps next week. We don't know. All we know, it's going to be Black Ops, it's the grand final, and one person walks away with that graphics card. Next week on the show, we announce who won the content prize from last week. We'll send you out your $50. Remember, guys, picture, video, it could be a song, it could be a combination of all of those things. You could even write a little, you could even write something. I don't know. If it's content and it's funny and you get more likes than anyone else, $50. That's it. That's all you got to do, guys.
It's pretty easy, guys. Pretty easy. But of course, check it out next Sunday, 3 p.m. is when the Sunday.
Well, 12 o'clock is when we open up the sign-ups. 12 o'clock when we open up the thread. You start putting your name in there. 2:30 we confirm, and 3 o'clock on the dot, we'll go live every week. But of course, this next week, it's the final. So you just got to rock up, do your, you'll mostly be watching. It'll be those 8 guys, those 16 guys in the qualifying final to try and win it off. But it's up to you guys to bring out the content and get yourself $50 cash. Easy peasy.
Very easy. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be seeing you next time here on Cybergamer TV. If you want to check on any of the coverage, go to cybergamertv.com. We put them all up there in the schedule when we know what's coming up. And also, if you missed any of the coverage, you can check it out on the Cybergamer Network YouTube channel. We also embed them up on the Cybergamer TV website.
That's right. This next week will be the last thing we do in April. Then we're on to May. That'll be a different game, a different prize, but the weekly prizes will still be the same. $100 for first place, $50 for second. And you'll still get yourself that invite to that monthly final. We'll have all the details for next month after we finish up April. But remember, next week, it's the grand final. The N560HTX-Ti Hawk up for grabs. We'll see if Nick or Wonder or anybody else can win it.
We'll find out. Later, guys.